What's up, my fellow Homo sapiens and reluctant drivers? Today, we're diving into a universal truth. Towing companies are immune to satire. That's right, immune. Like they were injected with the super serum of comedy-proof armor. You can make fun of lawyers, politicians, even the Kardashians. But towing companies? Nah, son, they're untouchable. Why, you ask? Well, buckle up because this is a ride you won't get towed from. Think about it. Satire thrives on exaggeration, but how do you exaggerate towing companies? They already are the villain of every car owner's origin story. They swoop in like vultures the exact second your meter expires. They charge you $400 to return your car, and that's before the admin fees. And let's be honest, they're impound lots. They look like post-apocalyptic car graveyards where vehicles go to die. How do you parody that? You can't. They've out-satired themselves. Here's the ugly truth. Satire doesn't work on towing companies because their customers aren't really customers. They're victims. There's no voluntary exchange here. You don't hire a towing company. You're ambushed by one. And why do we even allow private companies to have the power to enforce parking rules? That's giving mall cops the authority of a SWAT team. Parking enforcement should not be a predatory for-profit business. It's like letting a wolf decide how to guard the sheep. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Dave, without towing companies, parking would be chaos. But would it? Hear me out. Towing companies can exist, but they don't need to operate like modern-day pirates. Imagine if they worked under a government-funded, compassionate model. Instead of swooping in to punish minor infractions, they could focus on genuinely helping people. Flat tires? They tow you for free. Broken down car? They help you out without bankrupting you. Illegally parked? They issue a fair, low-cost fine and only tow in extreme cases like blocking emergency vehicles. And if we're really concerned about parking enforcement, why not leave it to local governments? Publicly funded systems can enforce the rules without preying on citizens. Let's ditch the $400 ransom fees and replace them with a system that balances order with empathy. Picture this: a towing service that doesn't see you as a walking wallet, but as a human being who might have just had a bad day. Instead of punishing you for running 2 minutes late to feed a parking meter, they work with you. A warning system, reasonable fees, actual compassion. It's not that towing companies are inherently evil, it's that the for-profit model incentivizes them to be. Private companies should not have the authority to slap boots on cars, tow vehicles, or hold them hostage for absurd fees. These are powers that belong to the public sector, not profit-driven corporations. So, here's my advice. Don't waste your creative energy satirizing towing companies. Instead, use that energy to demand a better system, one that enforces parking rules without exploiting people. Because at the end of the day, towing companies don't have to be the villains. They could be allies. They could be a force for good. But first, we need to take away their profit motive and make them part of a fair, government-funded system. To the towing companies of the world, evolve, or one day you might find yourselves towed out of history.